don't want to be shown, please let me know after this. So then I can just blank your face out. That's the case. I'm going to start with the Māori introduction. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina ki uta, ki mā taratara ki tai. He hi aki ana te atakura, he dio, he huka, he hauhu, ti hei Māori ora. Tēnā koutou, e rauranga tira mā, ko tāpio te maunga, ko rangataki te awa, ko mata atua te waka, ko Ngāti Manawa tuku iwi, ko Ngāti Koro tuku hapu, ko Paino iho tuku marae, ko William tuku ingoa. Thank you. That's yeah, I'm just trying to get used to saying that all the time. So I thought, well, what better place to start than here? Anyway, can you please close your eyes and put your hand up to your heart? Now, I want you guys to bring an image of love, like someone that you love, to your mind. And just feel that feeling of love. It can be a son, a daughter, a mother, a father, or grandparent, or any of your cousins. It can be anyone. Just bring that person, that picture of that person to your mind. Now capture that feeling of love. And give that feeling of love a color. It can be blue, it can be pink, it can be purple, it can be whatever you want. It's purely up to you. Now, use that color, that feeling of love, and embrace your whole body and encompass your whole body. Now that it's wrapped, envelope the entire room. Spread your love out to each other person's heart. No, that's all good. So I don't know how to finish it properly, but it's good that you guys all engaged, which is awesome. Now, actually, I need the stick. This is me 2 days before my accident, which changed my life. I am a trained CNC engineer, so I work with high precision. And I used to do, my tolerances when I was doing it used to be 0.03 of a mil. That's finer than a strand of your hair. And then in 2015, I had a big mental shift and I wanted to upgrade myself, enhance my training. So I went to uni to become an electronic engineer. With that, I didn't have the qualifications to get into it, so I'd done a pre-entrance into university. That's where I met my partner. And yeah, what is it? Yeah, so with that mental shift, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and just fight and take any opportunity that come my way. So I went for the student union at the Waikato Uni, and I was only there for 2 months. And that's me standing with my skateboard. But the rest of the people that were up there going for the Waikato Student Union director had been there for 2-3 years at that point, so they had a bit more nous than I did. But I still managed to score just over 200 votes, which was quite unusual for someone that had only just been at uni. But I enjoyed it. And I also went within that same 2 months of being at uni, I went to a poetry slam. And it was kind of one of the first times I'd actually spoken publicly. Well, yeah, spoken publicly. But the nerve-wracking thing about it was I was speaking my heart and my soul with my poetry out to everyone else, so that was nervous as, but I got a good review, good feedback from it. And at the same time, because I started halfway through the year, the same time I got into motivational music in 2015, and I used to listen to it pretty much non-stop, day in, day out, from the moment I woke up. And I used to wake up at 4 in the morning because I wanted to get a kickstart on my day. And this is me going to the gym at 4:50 a.m. It's just, I used to listen to, that's why the headphones are in my hand. I used to just slam motivational music, and that gave me that extra oomph. But my biggest reason why were my boys. I wanted to do as good as I could to actually show them that you can be anyone you want to be. You can actually move past where you think you are. But then in 2015, on the 16th of October, we had organised within my my semester, my class, and the end of semester, so we all thought we'd go out for a drink. And I only remember up until about 5, 6 o'clock that afternoon. This is the aftermath. So I got reset back hard. I didn't find that out until the 30th. And that's the MRI that I got shown. That's what damage I'd done to my brain by getting hit by a car. And the doctors had said to my family that they were looking at me spending the rest of my life in bed and being looked after the whole time. So, yeah, the fact that I'm here, I'm a testament to that power of the brain. And this is my first solid memory that I have when I was up at ABI. This is about a month or so after my accident. And this is my talk. This is my speech.
Thanks, please.
William James Morris, and today's date is the 29th of November.
I think that was yesterday.
Or the 30th
Yeah,
of
today's,
November.
yeah, 30th of November today. Perfect.
That is
With that, I've got the whole video and I'll post it up on YouTube. That one memory in that video I see, I recall when I come across this one word and I saw it for what it was, but I couldn't say it. And I knew exactly that it was the word memorable, but I kept making the same mistake over and over again, and I just couldn't get my head around it until Megan actually prompted me. But life is 10% what happens to you, 90% of how you deal with it. I know that's a bit different to the quote I've got up here, but I think they correlate quite well, because it's your attitude of how you choose to move forward. Then this is the second recording on the 5th of January, 36 days later.
William James Morris, and 5th of January 2016.
Sweet.
And I done that a lot better, and there is a comment in that video where Megan, I make a comment about the topic I'm reading, and I make a joke, and Megan had mentioned to me afterwards that it's quite good to see that I could stop and actually make a joke and carry on. So that is 36 days after the first recording. So the power of the mind is an amazing thing. Then 15 days later, I got discharged from rehab. So I'd only spent, which I only just found out after putting the dates in this year, that I'd only spent 2 months up there. And when I'd set my recovery goal, they're like, yeah, no, we haven't seen anyone with a severe head injury such as yours get out of here that fast. So I said, oh, watch me, I'll prove you wrong. And I did, which I'm kind of grateful about. But this next quote, haunted me throughout my stay up at ABI. And I used to listen to this quote from Eric Thomas, who is a motivational speaker, on one of his songs. But it goes, pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, an hour or a day or even a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it lasts forever. And that just motivated me to keep moving forward and just keep pushing. And I'll explain a bit later on about how I managed to push past it. But in saying that, there is that one niggly little thing that pops up into most people's minds, like clients, like everyone pretty much, and that's our friend blame. We want to blame other people for our position, like if it's negative. We want to blame others for what's happened. At that point, I could blame the taxi driver, I could blame the fact that I went out drinking, I could blame my friends. But the biggest person I needed to blame was staring right back at me in the mirror. I chose to go out that night. I chose to walk in a black suit, like what I'm wearing, in the middle of the road and get collected by a car. So it was purely my fault and I needed to fix it. So I am my problem, but I'm also my solution. And that is one big thing, that big step that I took forward to keep moving forward, like to not stay stuck and stay stagnant. But the first step with doing solution, you have to learn to be grateful. You can be grateful about any little thing. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm grateful for my kids and they're healthy and all this stuff. You can just be grateful for a morning cup of coffee. Or you can be grateful that you didn't wake up with beer here. But gratitude is the attitude, and learning to be grateful is one key step to find your different things, to just move forward. And my biggest mantra that I have and I held is to always be better than I was yesterday. And if I made a mistake, I sat there in the afternoon and worked out why I didn't achieve it, and then worked out how I could overcome it the next day. Because you can't be so hard on yourself that you didn't achieve your set targets, but you can work around it and you can move forward. That's my biggest thing, is to always move forward. That's a huge mantra of mine. And then, I like this quote, that's why I put it up here. After achieving the seemingly impossible, I was discharged from rehab in 2 months. I had to adjust to my new self. That was a big thing. Being in rehab and being around other people like myself, that was fine. But then moving into daily life, actually having to realize that I am limited now, and my family see limits on me because of that. That was a hard thing to accept and adapt to, was the fact that I couldn't do what I'd done before, and I needed to learn that acceptance. That took a while, and I'm still learning my acceptance. Tash just brought up just before, I've learned this past year to accept my position as the house husband. So, and I'm quite grateful for it, but previous to it, I struggled with that whole cognitive dissonance. I needed to be out working, I needed to be out doing stuff and looking after the family. Whereas in my partner, my lovely partner, she's the breadwinner of the house. I just look after the kids. But that's not such a flippant role anymore to me. It's just like, I look after the kids, I help raise them, I inform my partner about what's happened and stuff, so then we can give a wraparound service to the kids, to all our kids. Yeah. So the adjustments were hard to come by to start with. My brother I asked my family what the comments were about seeing me. My brother doesn't think that I've changed much. I'm still the same idiot, same clown. So he's like, oh, nothing's changed. But my mum, she wrote this beautiful thing. She goes, to readjust from knowing who you were before to who you are now through speech, mannerisms, work ethic, your enthusiasm, your ability to tackle jobs, using the way you used to do them, but having to pace yourself now. How for the first time I realized that in a split second our lives can change just like that. Knowing that we have a pretty cool support family, we can all come together when we need to. The rest of my family just didn't bother. But that's fine. I kind of half expected that. But it was nice to actually receive that from my mum. But yeah, going back to it, acceptance was one of the hardest parts of just that, learning to readjust, learning to accept that I'm now different and I have to find different ways to move forward. Yeah, that was because at some points I did try to tackle the same things or similar jobs in the same passion that I was, not same passion, same nous that I did before my accident, but that hurt me a lot in the end because I always ended up quite heavily fatigued. Yeah. This is one of the hardest parts. I always ended up breaking down in tears when I was writing this. Because the hardest part about the ordeal is accepting yourself. But it wasn't just accepting myself, it was accepting all the pain that I'd inflicted on everyone around me. My friends that were with me that night, the taxi driver even, that hit me, I feel so sorry for him because I don't have any memories of that night. He does. And then, side note, I went to the police station and asked for his name. And they sent me an email about a day or two later saying, sorry, but we regret to inform you that the taxi driver had passed away last year. So I was kind of gutted in that. I had always felt sorry that I was in his path. Even at ABI, I felt really bad and I didn't want to blame him at all. My long-standing friends, I hurt them just from them knowing that I was in hospital because of something I chose to do. My family, I hurt them as well, and that was a difficult. I found it the hardest when I went back for my first home visit. I ended up breaking down in tears when we got to the driveway. So I felt so bad that I caused them so much pain. But the biggest ones I felt the worst for was my children. I was there with them pretty much every day up until I got hit by the car and then I just got taken away. No warning, no nothing to my children. So I've been self-imposed my beliefs to make it up to them, to show them that you can move forward, you can just get over any hump that comes in your way. But after that acceptance, it also had to accept that I'd restarted, pretty much been reset effectively. All my emotions pretty much gone. I had to relearn how to deal with them and how to accept them. Had to relearn pretty much most things. I had to relearn how to walk, had to relearn how to use my left hand again. I couldn't move this at all. I'm quite glad that I tattooed and this too shall pass prior to it, because then I had to pick my left hand up and I always saw it. So that always gave me the good reminder that this will pass. I'm not going to stay stuck here. But those are my bonus children up the top right hand corner. Yes, I'm having to try and figure out what you guys are seeing. Those are my two bonus children that I live with. They bear the brunt of my anger, which I'm quite grateful for them, because I learn a lot from them. And that's me at ABI giving my talk last year or earlier this year, I can't remember. But restarting, I had to come up with different strategies, and then I learned this NLP trick, the rubber band. So when I felt those emotions of anger rising up, I used to ping myself. I still do. And it helps. It just helps reset your mind from going to that emotion straight away, and it actually makes you stop and think. So, hold on, why am I thinking like this? But I also had to learn how to accept my emotions, and I'm grateful that I did, because now I'm more empathetic. I can just appreciate everyone's differences of their feelings. So I've had awesome help throughout my process with my therapists, my friends. Yeah, I can really appreciate my friends because they still take me as I am. My family, and my beautiful relationship with my beautiful partner, who's my taxi driver today. She brings me up all the time. And my children. But it's not just my biological children, it's my bonus children as well. I appreciate my relationship with them. I am similar to what I was pre-accident. I'm intolerant to bullshit now. So if someone comes up to me and tries to bail me up about something completely irrelevant or that I find irrelevant, I just nip it in the bud and I tell them what's up. My family, my grandmother, my aunties and stuff, they found it quite hard that I'm still looking the same, but when they do something that I don't agree with, I'll tell them. Whereas before I used to give them that bit of leniency, whereas now I'm just like, nah. But I am accountable, especially if I get hit up. My partner likes to hit me up quite a bit, especially if I do something wrong, because we're so values based. And if I do something that affects the values, she'll actually take me aside and hit me up about it. And I have had to learn to just accept it and make changes. Now, the help I would have liked, I appreciate all the help I've got so far. The help I would have liked, and from what because I research a lot, is around a nutritionalist. Just to help figure out the best way to maximize my limited energy. Because with the brain injury, you have, you don't start up here, you start down here, and then you drop down. Then when you're fatigued, you pretty much start right down at the bottom, and then you go negative very quickly. And because I've researched a lot, the nutritionalists to help find out the best possible thing for my stomach, because your stomach is connected to your brain. It's such a short path, because your stomach digests all the nutrients, and all those nutrients go straight to your brain rather than going to sugar. So I've tried different aspects to try and maximize my energy. So I've tried vegetarian, being a vegan for a little bit. That one was quite good, being a vegan, because then you're just eating nutrient-dense food. But that didn't last too long because my partner doesn't handle legumes or chickpeas. So yeah, I cut that. But then I'm now practicing doing the keto diet, which I've found to be quite useful, because it cuts sugar from your diet, and it's low carb. So you have to watch your carb intake. But the fats, your fats have to be nutrient dense, and they come from good healthy places like avocados or almonds. Or you just need to look up instead of going for those trans fats, which is what everyone thinks, like bacon and all that. I don't eat bacon. biggest challenge I've faced is that because I am so proactive and always looking to better myself, I look too good for other people. So I have to actually look like shit before help is given to me. So that is quite hard, but yeah, it's the pros and cons of being proactive and actually doing stuff for yourself to move forward, or you stay stuck where you are and you get all this help. So it's kind of don't really know where to go with that, but I will still keep being proactive. Still keep, just keep moving. Through this process, I've learned that there are similarities between brain injuries. There are a lot of fatigue is one of them. Well, pretty much just fatigue. That's the common one between the whole lot. But there are no absolutes to how a brain injured person recovers and how a brain injured person can inhabit their life afterwards. Because with my MRI, I had a severe bleed on my cerebellum. So that's why they said that I probably wouldn't be walking. But here I am today, standing in front of you guys. This is for melatonin. It's therapy for the brain injury. It's therapy for brain injury. Because from what I've researched, melatonin, you don't produce it as well while you've got a brain injury. So I've bought some melatonin from overseas and used it because here we're not funded at all, but their melatonin had done wonders. After I stopped taking it, I noticed my fatigue levels, because you're about here, and then with melatonin, it raised my fatigue level up to here, so I had that buffer before I started getting quite fatigued. Whereas in melatonin, it just is able to give the brain injured person a better quality of sleep, and that's the one thing I wish was funded here, but it's only funded until you're about 18, so I'm already out. But for brain injury, we need to, as a country, look into the different researches around this. So this is the one I found. But anyway, besides that, my accomplishments are that's just me moving forward, and yeah, everyone is like this. It's not just me, because all of us here have gone through trials and tribulations, and we've just gotten stronger, and we've just picked ourselves back up and just keep moving forward. So it's not just about having a brain injury, it's about how you deal with it. Like the quote I said right at the start, life is 10% what happens to you, 90% of how you deal with it. So the challenges I've faced are many, but they are what they are. I just have to deal with them each day and take them as they come. What I've found, hopefully this is the next slide, this is the correct slide. Don't fail on me. Yeah. Yes, stoicism. That is probably one of the greatest things I've found throughout my journey to change. And it's learning about what I can control and not worrying about what I can't control. I can't control some of the decisions that have been made towards me, but I can control my thoughts and the feelings towards them. And it's quite good Two, because I've utilised this with my bonus children. I have taught them what can they control, what they can't control. And then when they're upset, which is understandably as children do, they come home from school, they're upset about something. I said, well, can you control what's happened? So they're like, no. So what can you control? And they go, my thoughts, my feelings, and then it's like, oh, there you go then. And they come right, which is quite good. Yeah, so they bounce back quite well. Well, I read this bullet point, loving the process, but I love the process prior to my accident, and I've just always enjoyed new challenges. So this brain injury, when I found out I had it, I thought, well, this is a new obstacle for me to overcome. And I'd overcome one of the worst ones, which was I lost a son. And so I thought to myself up in ABI, so yeah, I've been through way worse than this. So what can this do? So I just love the process. I love battling, I love finding out my limits, then working out ways to overcome my limits. Yeah, so I just love the process, but like being up here. And yeah, speaking about being up here, speaking at events like this, being invited to speak at events like this, to speak my story, because I like to talk about myself a lot. But another accomplishment is learning new things, how to keep moving forward, and improving old habits that I had before. Yes. On to my closing statement. Thank you.
Do you like your last slide?
Not yet. I get this brief from home as well. It doesn't just happen here. Thanks, honey. I'd like to proudly state that I wouldn't be here without the support of my family, my children, or my wonderful, irritating partner. But the biggest takeaway, obviously, I wouldn't be here without first experiencing TBI. So I would have to find different ways to actually get out and speak in front of people. But I'll finish this with one more quote from Stephen R. Covey. Yeah, I'm not a product of my circumstances. I'm a product of my decisions. Thank you.